Hi there, this is Chef Remy. Today I'm bringing you something called Yautia fritter. Another name is Ñame. You'll see in a minute. Here is a Ñame. Look close. You'll see right there it says Ñame. However, when I was in the supermarket, a lady told me that it's called Yautia. Well, that's because she's from Puerto Rico. I guess she's from Puerto Rico. Anyway, Yautia or Ñame, we're going to cook it up. So we peeled it with a regular potato peeler. It kind of acts like a potato, almost the same texture. We put it in water to keep it from turning dark. And we're going to put it in a food processor and grate it. Now I do have a little hand. I have a hand grater, and we'll use that. I'll show you. You can do it by hand also. And it's a very interesting vegetable. In Latin America, they use it about 10 or 12 different ways. Here's your hand grater. So we're looking for about 1.5 cups or 2 cups grated. And we're going to put it into a mixer along with 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese, a teaspoon of salt and 1/8 teaspoon of pepper, and 2 teaspoons or tablespoons rather of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of Goya sofrito, and a couple of eggs, lightly beaten. Alright, let's get started. So here we have it in the mixer bowl. We put in the cheese, then comes the salt and pepper, then comes the baking powder, 2 tablespoons, and the Goya sofrito, which is quite good. You might want to put a little bit more if you like, but don't overpower it now. And a couple of eggs. Some people say put only the egg yolk. That's what holds it together. Alright, so let's mix it a little while. Now thevideocook.com is my website, and if you go there you'll find all of these recipes in a logical order. There's Chinese recipes, or videos rather. There's Italian videos, there's Spanish, there's regular American, there's Southern, all kinds, for meats, sauces, poultry, you name it. Now here we have 375 degrees of canola oil, and we're putting in a little less than a tablespoon. The less you put, the better off you are. Don't put too big of a tablespoon in there because the middle won't cook as well. The inside, I mean. And you want to do about 3 minutes on each side. If you go over that, you'll find that they'll burn. Now we're going to flip them over, 3 minutes on the other side, and then we're going to take them out and set them on 2 paper towels to drain. That's pretty much it. Now you could use a deep fryer if you wanted to. I find it quite easy. If you have a big one, it'll keep your 365 degrees automatically for you. There's so many other vegetables that you could try with this one recipe. If you go into, like a Latin market, you'll find some vegetables in there that, like yuca, for example. Now here's our deep fryer. Again, put very little in. And don't use a basket because it'll go down to the bottom and hang on to the basket. It'll get stuck on the basket. 3 minutes on the other side and we're ready to go. You can experiment a little bit with some other ingredients. You know, you could put some Yautia in there for coloring. You could use shallots instead of onions. You could use cilantro instead of parsley. And there's other kinds of sofrito that you could use. And there you have it. Yautia fritters, and some other people would call it Ñame fritters. In any event, they're a very good appetizer to have at the Latin table. So this is Chef Remy. If you get a chance, come on over to my website and take a look. Thanks for watching my videos. Look at the end of this video for a written recipe. Bye-bye.